Christian. She's on a mission, sharing information, knowledge for soul, body and mind, dropping gems. KeishaGems.com. KeishaGems.com.
Welcome to Just Dropping Gems, proud partner of Rude Rangers Entertainment. We can now be found on Roku and on the Rude Rangers app. Be sure to download the app on your iOS or Android devices. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Just Dropping Gems. My name is Keisha Christian, your holistic lifestyle coach, and today on this episode, we have Eva Lore Savior. She helps brands reach new customer base for their product launches and increase their brand awareness within 24 hours. Eva Lore is a lifestyle influencer, media strategist, musician, and intuitive self-intimacy coach based out in Miami Beach, Florida. Welcome, Eva Lore, on the show. So excited to have you on. I'm so happy now to reconnect with you. We met many years ago. And I'm just happy that in your presence, I actually been following you for a while. And I have to say, I love all the amazing things you're doing, becoming an author, award-winning musician.
Oh, yes, I know. Thank you.
Proud of you. I have to say, if you don't know, I mean, like, I may not, you may not see me, but I must say I've been following you, and I have to say I'm proud of you. And definitely when I saw you on LinkedIn, I said I have to connect with her once again. So thank you for deciding to come on my show.
Thank you. You are so amazing. I love your energy. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me on your platform. Let's get to it. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that you have expanded. I know you're a healer as well, and you have actually expanded your business into actually teaching entrepreneurs how to I would guess to expand their business.
Yes, how to build their personal brand and also attract more of their ideal client and just create longevity in their business. You know, when you met me years ago, I started out as an energy healer, life coach, and meditation teacher, which I was doing well. I was traveling to different states and teaching, and I had a lot of students. But eventually, when the whole boom of internet happened, and then Facebook came along, YouTube, Instagram, and I started realizing back around 2016 that, oh my God, like this is where the world is moving now. Everybody has a cell phone in their hand, and we need to reach our customers where they at. So that's when I started learning and training with some of today's most powerful and successful online marketers. I train with quite a few of them and take classes, you know, so from there it transitioned into me using what I was learning to build my own brand, especially like on Instagram, and then started teaching other healers and coaches how to do that as well.
Oh, nice. So do you mind actually sharing some strategies briefly on what you might use with your clients? Or something quick that we entrepreneurs may overlook when using social media?
Yeah, absolutely. For this particular question, let's focus on like one platform, because each platform has their own techniques and tweaks and hacks. So we'll keep it to Instagram for this particular question. Something is like so basic and simple right off the bat, but people overlook it, is their Instagram bio. It is basic, but it literally is so important, because that's the first thing people see when they come to your page. Within 5 seconds, you need to let them know why they should follow you. And nowadays, it's people don't readily like follow people anymore. So it's kind of like you really have to communicate your message and who you're attracting. This is like, your bio shouldn't be about how everybody in the world should love you because you're awesome and you're great at this particular thing. This is your moment to speak with one person, that one person that needs your services. Like, for example, when I was heavy into doing energy healing sessions and online readings and things like that, and I knew that my one person was somebody who's struggling with suicidal thoughts. So on my Instagram, the first line in my bio said, from suicidal depression to living a badass life. And then underneath that, it had a call to action. What a call to action is, whatever the freebie I was giving to have them opt into my funnel. I know these are like all technical terms, but pretty much I had something that I had created. At the time I was using meditation audios and also like a meditation course, like written meditation course that people could download for free. So then I would have the link in my bio and tell people that, hey, you know, if you're struggling with suicidal depression, you know, download my meditation course. So then they will click on that link, which then takes them to a landing page, not my website, because you don't do this on your website. It's, people get distracted with too many buttons, too many things to do, and you lose them. So then when they clicked, it would go to a landing page that was only about the meditation gift that I was giving. And the only thing they can do on that page is put a name or an email. That's it. So then once they do that, then I had all my autoresponders in the back sending them the meditation files, and then following up sequence to keep in touch with them, and then directing them to get on a phone call to do a discovery session or strategy call to then enroll them as clients. So that's like, you know, that's sort of like in a few sentences a process of the funnel, but there's more technical stuff that goes into it. But pretty much that's the setup. It literally starts with your bio, also with your profile picture. Your pretty face has to be very visible, you know, that welcomes people. Like, preferably you're looking at the camera when when the picture that you're using, your face is clearly visible, and also when you put a great profile picture with a bio that just speaks to one person, you know, then you have your link to your offer there, then that's where you can just focus on just sending traffic to your page to get more followers, more opt-ins, and more clients. I mean, there's other things to do as well, but that's like the basic, you know, the foundation, which is key.
Yes, I see that. I mean, like, someone who's new to this, when they hear all this, it might sound complicated, but the basic thing, what I hear you're saying is you need to speak to your audience. Who's your audience? And make it seem as though you're just talking to that one person. So when you get the people who are your audience, they will really understand, or they will know it's them you're talking to one-on-one.
Yes.
That's what I'm gathering. So one simple step, I would say, for someone who is starting out on Instagram or using Instagram as a business is basically, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, is really to find your niche and to make sure that your bio speaks to that person who you want to have as, I guess, as your ideal client or as your ideal customer.
Yes, and then again, that is the long term. This is the more of a long-term strategy. Mm-hmm. It's not, because if you think about it, you would have to know your numbers. And that's because I want people, especially if they're starting out, I want them to learn from my mistakes and to understand what it's going to take to set themselves up for success. Because we have to face the truth, you know? So when you have a business and you need to make money now, just having a profile on Instagram and posting every day is not going to cut it. Because yes, it can work. Yes, you would have to just spend your entire life, your entire day just on Instagram, DMing people, connecting with people, doing a lot of stuff to convert client. The real way right now that can create a sustainable business is when you understand paid advertisement. It's pay to play. I'm pretty sure we're all on Facebook, so we've all seen ads on Facebook and on Instagram. Well, all the big companies, that's what they're doing, and that's why they're making a lot of money. They're not just, Walmart is not sitting there DMing everybody about, oh, hey, I just recorded an ad, go look at it. You know what I mean? Like, it's all advertisement, whether they're doing it on TV or they're doing it on the radio. But we all know, even so, on social media, it's always, I would say, 50% times more effective, because you actually have control over the people that are seeing your ad, how you can connect with them and engage with them, and you can put other things in front of them and keep in touch with them, versus when you're doing like a commercial on TV, you have no control over the people that are actually watching your commercial and might want to interact with your business, or you know what I mean? So mastering the art of social advertising is the greatest skill that anybody can do. And that's the single thing that took me from a starving life coach to actually have a real business making thousands of dollars. So I just want to be clear with people, because if I was to sit here and say, yeah, do this with your Instagram, that's just going to keep repeating the cycle of thinking, oh, yeah, I just got to post every day, and then an avalanche of clients going to come, because at least for me, it never happened. But I know for sure I can go on Facebook, create a video ad, target the exact people who have a burning desire, searching for what I offer, put myself and what I offer in front of them in the right way. And I know that I can get 200 phone calls scheduled in my calendar. Now I have to just worry about closing these sales. So that's so I just want to kind of set the right basis.
Oh, so I got you. So in the beginning, you basically, you need to know your numbers. Once you know your numbers, then you could actually start to do the video, or I should say you could start doing paid advertisement on these platforms.
No, the numbers comes from doing paid advertisement. You would then, because when you think about it, for example, when I run an ad, because I also run ads for life coaches as well. For example, one of my clients is a crystal healer. And let's say if I'm running her ad and she gets about 60 appointments booked in her calendar in a matter of 5 or 6 hours of running the ads, then she gets like 60 appointments. Then let's say out of all these 60 people, maybe 5 become customers based on whatever price point that what she's selling her coaching program. Let's say 5 of them becomes customers, but then there's 55 of them that had that initial connection with her. Maybe, they scheduled the call, or maybe they even showed up on the call, but they didn't buy. So those are the people you want to be on your Instagram, because now you've already paid to acquire these people. Then if you transfer them to like your Instagram or your Facebook, now they're seeing your daily posts. Now they're seeing your culture. They're seeing, your thought process, how you're building your business, the testimonials. They're seeing more of you. And then now you can convert more of these people.
Okay, I see. So, is there a way, especially for new entrepreneurs who may not have the funds to really run ads on social media? Is there a way that they could drive organic traffic?
Oh yeah, just from the organic way, just post every day and interact with people. Just spend 3-4 hours on Instagram consciously, just connecting with the people that are the right clients for your business, DMing them, liking some of their posts, answering some of their questions. There's different things that you can do. It all starts with knowing your audience. Like, for example, I still do some organic reach for some of my clients as well. So actually, I'll use an example. I have a client right now who is a real estate expert, an investor. So he teaches people how to buy, buildings and invest with their own money, invest without their own money, the whole ball game with that. And he's also doing Facebook ads. However, I wasn't hired for Facebook ads. So I'm not the person that's running his Facebook ad. I was hired for Instagram. So on top of creating the Instagram post that I put on his profile every day, and we're doing all the research, but I know his target audience is those beginner real estate investors who want to learn how to avoid certain mistakes that he's gone through, or that they're bound to make if they don't learn ahead of time. So then I know to go on the hashtag section, and I type real estate investor, right? Because if they're posting, that's what they're gonna use in a hashtag, like, hashtag real estate investor. Then I tap over to the recent. I don't look at the top, because you know how on hashtag on Instagram, you have top hashtags and then you have recent hashtags. So I go on the recent hashtags, and then I start looking at people, and I go to their profile. From their profile and what they're saying, then I judge, are they a beginner or are they somewhat, they got it together? Obviously, if I go on somebody's page because they were using the hashtag real estate investor, and I see that they got a Lamborghini outside the house, they look like they're already making millions, then that's not the person for my client. But if I see another person that used the same real estate investor hashtag, and then maybe they're just like at an office, and that maybe I can see from what they're posting, I can kind of judge their lifestyle and say, okay, like they look like they need to make more money through real estate investing. Then I have some set of questions that I've discussed with my clients that I go ahead and DM them. So I know that if I DM, let's say 15 people a day, out of these 15, maybe 6 will actually reply, and then we'll start a conversation. So it's just a way for me to still provide value, extra value, compared to other people that are just managing social media for people. I just like to do it in a way where they're getting more value than they're what they're paying for, I guess. Yeah. That's how I say.
Yes, I actually like the fact that you're doing that in-depth research where you're not just looking at what the person might have written or their caption, but actually looking at the pictures and examining what other people are doing. And like you said, if you're going to do this on Instagram, you shouldn't just be like doing it idly. You should have some kind of schedule. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely a schedule. I mean the schedule, and by the way, I actually have a team of people that work with me that do a lot of this stuff. But I personally train them. They're not like a third party that I'm not a middleman. Like, this is my business. I train every single employee. They have contract with me, with my company, and because I did it myself in the beginning. Now I'm at the point where I don't do that. I just train them, and then they handle my clients, and I kind of manage everything, make sure my clients are getting the results, but all the strategy comes from me. So I know that when we make a post, like for example, if this morning we'll make a post, then once the post is live, I'm doing engagement in the comments of that post, because every time you make a post on Instagram, you have 1 hour to show Instagram why it should show your post to other people or hide it. And the way the algorithm makes that decision is it's asking, does your post have at least 7 comments with at least 4 words in it to determine if your post is valuable to show to more people. So it's not just like commenting emojis or anything. So it's kind of like you have to make sure that your fan base, your followers, that's why community is so important, because every time you post, you want your community to be in the comments, commenting within the first 45 minutes so that Instagram will show that post to more of your followers. So that's what we're doing within the first 45 minutes, making sure that we're getting that at least 7 comments. Usually we get like way more, but that's our focus. Once that is done, then we go into the hashtags and we get our DMs out of the way for the day, because we know once we send our DMs, then we're good with that. Then once the DM is out, our job is pretty much done there, because once we ask the people a question, when they reply, that's our client's job to take over, because that's their expertise. That's, we don't have that skill that they have. All we're doing is bringing them the customers. So when the customer actually start talking to them, then they take over. They serve their client. But then once we're done with the DMs, then we make sure that we have the next post ready. But that typically is already done like ahead of time anyway. So we don't, in a day-to-day basis, we don't have to worry about tomorrow's post unless we have something that popped up. Like for example, today I have another client who's decided to do a Facebook Live today at 5. It's like 3 o'clock right now. So at 5, he's going to do a Facebook Live. So now, like I had to reach out to my team. They're like, hey, we need to post this for him on Instagram as well, because he's going to be on Facebook doing a live. Want to make sure his followers on Instagram know. But we had already been like posting already for today. So it's like we'll do things like that to make sure that all the different platforms are in sync with each other with what our clients is doing.
Nice. That's nice. So what I'm hearing from you is that you really need to understand the algorithm for each platform that you are posting on. And I know they change, so you really need to stay up on top of that. So actually having or hiring someone like you is very valuable, especially if you are dealing with your clients and then you don't have the time to be on social media like that. If you have someone like you who has a team that could help with that and then bring the client to you, it makes life so much easier for the entrepreneur.
Yeah. And that's how it should be. It's like, because, we all start out, it's like if you're an artist, a painter, that's your basic natural like genius. Now it's like then for you to like master Facebook ads and Instagram ads and pixels and website and coding, it's like, wait, what? Can I just paint? Can I just do that? Yeah. So that's where I come in. It's like you do your genius and I got this techie stuff. Because I just love it. Like I was born a nerd. A lot of people think, oh, she's pretty. She's probably just get her nails done and go shopping. Like, no, I'm actually coding and doing bots and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Brains and beauty. All right, then. We're going to take a break right now to hear a word from our sponsor. Thank you so much for listening and watching Just Dropping Gems. This episode is sponsored by Pure Romance by Venice. Venice Richards, your Pure Romance consultant, inspires women to enhance their intimate lives and take care of their sexual health. Book your party today. Info in the show notes or description box below if you are watching this on YouTube. This episode is sponsored by Dropping Gems Publishing and Dropping Gems Academy. Be sure to visit our website at www.droppinggemsacademy.com to learn about more holistic solutions with the soul in mind. Welcome back to Just Dropping Gems. Today we have on our special guest, Eva Law Savior. She has been on here giving such grateful and helpful tips for us entrepreneurs and also new entrepreneurs and those who are seeking to become entrepreneurs. And we've just had like a wealth of information. One thing I learned personally, it's all about Instagram and actually understanding and knowing the algorithm. Like I never knew that you had to have at least 7 comments under your post within 45 minutes to an hour of it posting. and then the comments itself had to have a certain number of words so that Instagram will say, all right, this post is worth seeing. So I just learned something.
Because Instagram is not stupid. That's why they're who they are, so they know spam, they know when people are spamming, and they know that if it's just like emojis, because spammers can do that, or people that like it depends. So they know these things. So the way they judge is that, okay, if a comment has at least 4 words in it, so it seems like that person is saying something legitimate, or about that post, like they really care about the post. And then that's when they're like, oh, so if people are saying a lot of things about this post, we want to show that to more people, because that's what we want. We want people to have fun on the app. We want people to stay on the app. So that's how you can get on their good favor.
Oh, nice. And even what you had mentioned earlier too, before we went on break, about actually being part of a community. Actually, when you join a community on these platforms, that actually will help too with the algorithm. When you have people who will come on and comment, and I mean, like, have a genuine comment, not just write anything generic. So that's important as well.
Yeah, I was referring to community, meaning like your followers and the people that are there for what you post, that are following you for a reason, as long as what you're posting. And that's when it comes to not just posting whatever comes to mind, because I see it a lot of time. People are wondering, okay, what do I post? You have to have a plan of what to post on Instagram. There's a sequence. You have to understand branding, and also understand how to create certain chemical reaction and addiction between your followers and you. It's kind of like you have to build your brand in a way to make your followers become addicted to you, to who you are, to your company, to everything that you're posting. And there's a technique to it, you know what I mean? And it's a sequence. I actually I believe it's on YouTube. I did a video on this already, on what to post on Instagram to build your brand, build your company, and it walks you through like a 30 day. Actually, it's on my website. If they go to famefactorlab.com and they tap on blog, then I think it's what's the title? Is there a link way I can give you the link later, and you can put it maybe in the description of the...
Yes, definitely. Also, what I'll be doing is I'm going to be putting your all your handles and all your information is going to be in the show notes, as well as on the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, so you could just go down to the description and you could get this information as well.
Yes, it's a training that I walk them through how to post on Instagram to build a brand, like what you should post after, on this day, the next day, and everything, to build that connection with your followers.
Oh, nice. That's invaluable information. So if anyone's watching this, definitely you want to learn more about that, you know what to do. Look in the show notes if you are listening to this on a podcast platform. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, check the description box below. Definitely. So, Eva-Lor, I want to know, as you you just wear so many hats. So as far as I know that people might consider me to be a healer or to be an empath, or even people who are intuitive. What are some tips you would use for or tell or show entrepreneurs who are in this particular niche?
Tips in regards to?
Well, those of us who are healers or empaths, or even like you had mentioned, you had a client who was a crystal healer. Is there anything in particular? Is it the same type of strategies you would use or tell your clients who are in that sort of niche?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as you have a business, it's a matter of, like you said before, getting clarity and speaking to your niche. We're talking about the organic ways. It's pretty much, of course, the messaging and content is going to be geared towards, if you're a crystal healer, you're gonna post things related to crystal healing. But the training, if you're talking about the training that I mentioned, yes, you're just gonna follow the guideline. However, you're going to customize it based on your industry. That's all for organic purposes, which again, it's a long-term strategy, which is highly valuable because you want your business to have longevity. You want to build a relationship with people, from the people, especially the people that haven't bought from you right off the bat, so you want to nurture that relationship. But I mean, again, and I see it every day because I'm the living proof of that. It's like, without a consistent machine to generate predictable amount of strategy calls and clients every single day, then you're just in the realm of not knowing where your income is going to come from, or what, you know what I mean? Because then you're dependent on somebody answering a DM. You're dependent on somebody, and it's kind of like you need them to answer the DM right away, and it doesn't happen like that. Like I was mentioning you, like I might DM 15 people a day, and then by tomorrow maybe only 6 reply. So the other people, they may not reply for another 2-3 days. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, of course it compounds if you have zero budget and for paid advertisement. Obviously within a 30-day period you would have, if you do 15 times 30, that can be quite amount of people. And within that time frame, you would have had at least a good, maybe 50, 20, 30 people to talk to and convert, get some money that way. And then you can use that to move into a more of a predictable way of getting income, which is the paid advertising. And it's not like a lot of money, trust me. Like I've packed up calendars before with only $50 to $60. Depends on what. I mean, if the coaching package is like, depends on what you're selling. But usually people are selling something that's more than $100. But if you're spending, let's say, $60 or $50 to be able to have 200 people to offer your services, it's like, it's so easy to make that money back and then keep some of it to reinvest in getting more people for your business.
Yes, definitely. You know what? This sounds like you need it, especially because I'm just thinking about the new entrepreneur who might not feel like they're tech savvy. So definitely, it sounds like you might need a coach or someone like you, or really someone who could really take them through it, because it's a lot of steps involved. But I love the fact that you are sharing all this information, and it's readily available right on your website or even going to your YouTube channel. So I really love the fact that you're really sharing so much wealth and information with other entrepreneurs.
Yes, thank you. That's what I do every day. I love it, actually. I literally love going into, doing an ads or just all the techie stuff, building websites. Like I love doing all that stuff. So yeah, I love it as much as I love meditating and playing with my crystals. Actually, on a scale of 100, I might love my crystals like just 1% more. But, because I say that because my crystals sleep with me on my bed, but I don't sleep with my computer on my bed. In that way, I love my crystals more.
You mentioned something about building websites. So as part of your company, is that something that you do as well? Build websites for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, like that. I literally provide like a paradise where the people that come to me, they no longer worry about, all they have to worry about is serving their clients, because then I build their landing page. I mostly build like landing pages because I'm not running an ads to a website. So I don't need to build an entire website. I just need to build a landing page, which is a one-page website to house for people to go through the funnel or the freebie they're offering. So I do that. I've also done website reviews, but not really, not a lot, just one or two where the person had like a website and I reviewed them, telling them tips to help it make it better. But I don't really work with like a full-on website, because you don't need to. You only need a basic one-page web page, that tells people, hey, if you're dealing with this problem, this here will solve it for free. Download it, put in your name, your email, download it, and then that's it. They go through your funnel and let automation do the rest for you.
Nice.
Because all of this is happening while you're out. Well, right now, not so much because of the quarantine, but like while you're sleeping, while you're meditating, while you're doing other stuff, cooking, and people are opting in on your list and booking calls on your calendar, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, this is nice. Now, what's coming to my mind right now, someone who's a new entrepreneur may not understand exactly what a landing page is. So I don't want to take that for granted. Do you mind explaining what is a landing page?
Okay. So a landing page is a one-page website. So you know how a regular website have different tabs, like about me, contact me, my services, my blog. That's a regular website. A landing page does not have tabs for you to go anywhere else. So there's no blog, there's no contact me page, there's no services page, nothing. For example, if you are a nutrition coach, okay, so you would create a one-page website that gives people 7 green smoothie ideas to lower your cholesterol. So then you would go on Canva.com and maybe you would create a one-page checklist, so ebook. Then you type it in there, all your tips, right? Like your smoothie ideas to lower your cholesterol. So then you download that as a PDF. Well, then that's when it's gonna be technical, because then you have to know how to go and upload that to either like a MailChimp, or if you're using lead pages, then you can just plug in that, put that PDF into the software, into the system, connect it with that one-page website, and then I myself would feel lost already. So it's like, that's why like all of these things, it's like if you're starting out, as literally you need coaching, you need help. Like all the greatest basketball players, that's why they still have coaches. Like you need somebody who understands these things to help you. Otherwise, you're just gonna waste 3-4 years trying to figure it out like I did before, and then realize that 3-4 years later, you're still at the same place, and then all your friends who had help, they're way ahead of you,
Exactly.
So I've seen it happen to me. I've seen it happen over and over again to other people, and I'm telling you, you have to have help, and money is never the issue. Money is never the issue. I've had people who were considerably terribly broke, who, because they knew that their business was a priority, they created the way for them to find the income to invest in themselves. I would never imagine that right now I would be able to say that I've invested close to $20,000 in all this training. This is not something that I go on YouTube and watch videos. Like I train with Billy Jean is marketing, like the people like Ty Lopez and Chris Record. These are like the people who are the masters of online advertising that I've trained with. So it's not cheap. Marshall Silver, these people are not cheap. But when I know that 3 years would go by and I'm still broke and still in the same place, I had to put myself first and say, you know what, I deserve it. If this is what I'm supposed to do to be, first of all, to live a comfortable life. Like right now, I live on the ocean in Miami. Mm-hmm. So for me to afford like a place like that, I need to be able to afford all of that stuff. So then I need to serve people. So I had to learn to get rid of limiting beliefs and work on my energy to attract the resources that I needed to either learn or to invest in my own advertising, all of this stuff. So it's let's be real, because if somebody is saying, oh, they don't have money or anything, we know that's a limiting belief. They can make it happen if they truly want to. So that's not that's not the issue. The issue is whether they really want to see themselves succeed in that business, if they want to do this. Because again, it's like, I can't teach somebody how to really do like an entire funnel in like a few minute podcast. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
And it's, you know what I mean? It's so much stuff that goes into that. Thankfully, you can just hire somebody to do it for you, or you can learn how to do it well, like how to do it professionally for yourself. So it's really, you either hire somebody to do it, or you actually get real training, not go on YouTube, watch 50 videos and then try to figure it out on your own, or go on Google and spend hours researching it. It's not done that way, because you cannot go back to Google and say, Google, you said do this, I tried to do this, but then it's really not working for me. Like, nobody is there coaching you along the way. Like, when you make a mistake, to say, oh, no, this is what you did wrong. Like, move this way, move it this way, no, go this step. You don't have that step-by-step correction in your journey to make sure that you're not like making mistakes back to back, right? So, you know, it's, we want our listeners to live the best of lives, right? So
Definitely.
that's what they have to, that's the reality.
Yeah, so that's definitely true. Even like when we because I'm thinking about what you just said, most entrepreneurs, they might just go on YouTube, but you don't know if that information that's being given is just for likes and clicks and comments, or is it valuable information that's being given that would actually help to enhance your business. That's what I hear you saying. So having a landing page, that one page, basically that's what a landing page is. It's just a one-page website that doesn't have any other alternatives or anything for you to do but to opt into what's being offered. But really learning and getting a coach to actually take you through it and take you by your hand and going through it with you, or the alternative, just having someone do the whole thing for you and not even just worry about servicing your client, which is so important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And nowadays there's a lot of ways. Actually, there's a lot of inexpensive ways. I myself, I'm thinking about some inexpensive ways that I can train people without me doing it for them, or without working necessarily one-on-one as well, but maybe like on a group thing. It's something that it's in my peripheral view right now. But I really do want to create something like that. That would be like maybe like a membership, and then I'll do like Facebook Live in a private Facebook group where maybe I coach them, I teach them how to run ads for their business and different things, and how to target and how to nurture versus the Facebook ads clients that they're getting versus just the clients that are organically on their social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So it's, different things that different ways I want to serve people, especially now that resources can be a little tight for some people. It again, still not an excuse, but it's just another way to give people options,
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that those who might just be starting out, who might have a limiting mindset, they have.
I know that. And trust me, I understand it all. I remember those days, even for myself. Like I remember those days, and I know what it's like. I wish I had learned better sooner, because then I would have been further along, but it's all good. I appreciate my journey. But yeah, I totally get it.
Everything in divine time, though, and that's what I believe. Definitely everything in divine time. So we're going to take another break, and I just want to thank Eva Laura for coming on. And we are going to hear another word from our sponsors and advertisers. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Just Dropping Gems.
Would the weather keep you from going outside today? Don't suffer from annoying allergy symptoms. Claim your free gift. www.keishagems.com/courses. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Dropping Gems Academy is offering certifications that can allow you to turn your investment into a certified holistic practice. Use this introduction course as an all-natural alternative seasonal year-long allergy treatment option. Empowered with knowledge, you can help me spread awareness with the rest of the world. Driven by a passion for holistic studies, Author Keisha Christian has listened to your requests and expanded the techniques shared in her acclaimed resource guide, Holistic Gems: How to Treat Seasonal and Year-Long Allergies Naturally, into a full online course. The second installment in her published Dropping Gems series has inspired parents, teachers, naturalists, the therapists to reassess the way they handle seasonal allergy symptoms. Now this course will help you do the same. Sign up to get your free gift. The first 10 registrants get 50% off using the code DroppingGems50 at checkout.
Would you like to take a break from unhealthy eating habits, gain more energy, and lose weight? Then this 10-day detox program is for you. Dion, a wellness and nutrition coach and founder of Dion's Wellness Wagon, designed this detox to revolutionize how you think about food and reshape your body from the inside out. This detox isn't about starving your body. It's about eating delicious, wholesome foods. In this program, you will learn which foods fuel your body, jumpstart your metabolism so you can release excess weight, feel energized, balance hormones, and say goodbye to brain fog and mood swings. Registration for the upcoming detox is posted in the link below.
Welcome back to Just Dropping Gems. Eva Lord, thank you so much for sharing all this wealth of information and knowledge that you have given my audience. And I just want to you to give some lasting words. I always ask this of all my guests, some lasting words or final thoughts that you want to leave with my audience.
Yes, well, since globally we're all being faced with the quarantine situation and things happening with the healthcare system and people who are sick, and everybody right now is like trying to figure out where do we stand after all of this. We have to also remember that times like these can be either a burden or a blessing. And when you know that what you do changes lives and what you do actually transform people, then it's your duty to go even harder with your business, with what your calling is, because that is your purpose, to heal people and to serve and to provide solutions. So this is not a time where you're gonna be like, oh, people don't have money, people are scared, they're not gonna spend money. No, that's all part of the limiting beliefs, because guess what? I have tons of friends right now who are cashing in millions. Actually, before this call, I was on, because I also have a coach, I was on the call with my coach and other students that's being coached by Billie Jean is marketing. So who is my coach? So and one person in the class today was just, reviewing how they've made close to over 100,000 yesterday, I think, from their, I guess it's e-commerce. So right now, anything on the internet is literally booming. Like, people are cashing in. So we need to be entrepreneurs and understand that now is when people extra really need what we offer, and to be the leaders and let people know that there is hope, that there is a solution, that we are here. We're going to get over this. We're going to get through this. This is what we can do to help. But, then provide solution and be out there and let people know that you're here and you're here to serve and you have a solution for them.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And I have to say that's confirmation for me as well. So I receive what you just said. So, Eva Lord, thank you so much for coming on today. I'm grateful and I'm honored. And thank you for watching and listening to Just Dropping Gems. Have a blessed, peaceful day. Holistic health. Much abundance to you.
Namaste.
This episode is sponsored by Dropping Gems Publishing and Dropping Gems Academy. Be sure to visit our website, www.droppinggemsacademy.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at droppinggems.com. To become a sponsor or advertise on this show, you can contact us at KeishaChristian.com or email us at info@KeishaChristian.com. Holistic health and much abundance to you.